Alright, time to absolutely catch my computer on fire. Salutations, class, and welcome back. Today is Saturday, and so we have sort of an impromptu stream. Originally, I thought against it, but a number of our students have convinced me otherwise. So tonight, we're going to go ahead and start a run through Elden Ring with probably about a steady 30 FPS having to run it alongside the VTuber rig here. I do hope everything runs functionally. It's not going to be too different from going through Dark Souls 1 again if we're locked to a good 30 FPS. So, I hope you'll be patient along with me. Allow us to begin. Yes, I already started the character creation menu. So, right here, we can at least open with that beginning cutscene. There we go. Was wondering why you were being so silent with me.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Welcome, James. Yeah, if it has enough processing power to run GLaDOS, then I'm sure it can run Elden Ring, probably twice.
The great Elden Ring was
I want to do a, Portal 2 run sometime. You know, I can do the, single player anytime.
across the
Not the worst of ideas.
The
Oh wow, this controller is falling apart. Yeah, I might need to get a new gamepad. Even though I use the fight stick for all the fighting games nowadays, I still have to use the gamepad a little bit for games such as Dead Cells or things like this.
nowhere to be found.
And welcome to you too, Kayla. A good evening to you.
Knight of the Black Knives, Godwin the Golden, was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
Title drop.
The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
Ooh, that's a very gruesome image. Really nice piece of art, though.
A war from which no lord arose.
A lot of us are definitely seeing the Dark Souls vibes here. Just a whole story about
war
a bleak world and
to abandon
a whole bunch of war that ended up with everyone being so desperate and so afraid.
Oh, rise now, ye tarnished.
To which I'm going to guess Tarnished are just the proxy for the undead in this game. I'm not sure that this game has as much interaction with the whole undead mechanics as Dark Souls did.
Horaloo, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater,
He plays Smash Brothers.
and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing.
And that one's me because I'm a genius. Alright, that does seem to be a cutscene over. Let me scoop myself back up over here.
And one other, whom grace would again bless,
Wait, I'm wrong. That one's me, right?
a tarnished of no renown.
And a VTuber with no subscribers. I'm just kidding, y'all are wonderful.
Cross the fog to the lands between,
Get me to 151 soon and I'll celebrate with Pokemon.
to stand before the Elden Ring. and become the Elden Lord.
King of all VTubers. Of course, I am going to get myself there eventually. And yes, I'll remember all of you who helped me along in that path. So, James, are you fond of Souls games? Didn't expect to see you here. Oh, um, goodness. Yeah, luckily I have played about 10 minutes of this off stream. We're gonna need to mess with the video settings. Try setting everything back to medium, perhaps? Yikes, that is frightening. Let's start that up again, and hopefully we don't have all the weird horizontal stripes on here. Luckily, this is where the SSD makes a huge difference for us. We're going to have a very short time loading back in. Huh, guy looks like Gale. Hood and the beard sticking out underneath. Oh yeah, that's some magic right there. Oh, come on. Do we have an answer what's causing that, though? Let's see. Volumetric quality, perhaps? Shader. Let's just get out of the place with this lighting and hope that it dissipates. But, welcome. We're going to have a very wonderfully scuffed, opens only to those carrying a finger. So we'll need to grab this first. A tarnished, wizened finger. So we begin. Obviously, for scientists such as myself, you should be expecting me to play as a mage character. I've also received a recommendation from one of our lovely students to be applying a game booster, which should be, for the most part, raising our frame rate. Looks like we're getting about 40 or 50, though. It's a start. Let's see. Controls should be mostly the same. Shield, parry. This is our catalyst, so we use that to cast spells and that to whack people. Otherwise, we can use the short sword and give people a good smackin'. B is still roll. I'm gonna guess X is use item. They actually added a jump button since this is a open world now. Let's see, that is crouch. So what's the sprint button? Ah, hold B. See what's behind the door here. What the... Oh, of course. Well, it's not Dark Souls if you don't start out with a boss. I'm gonna guess since we don't really have much preparation leading up to this point, it's probable that we aren't supposed to win this one. Okay, yeah, looks like we're getting a cutscene then. This is probably one of those cases where they start off with you expecting to lose the boss. Don't play Souls games, but do occasionally watch. They are definitely entertaining. And welcome, ETG. It's not necessarily a Dark Souls ripoff if it's coming from the same studio. Makes it more of a spiritual successor. You want a Dark Souls ripoff, then look at, what's it called? Code Vein. Unless that was also Banco. Ah, Code Vein would be fun too. That one I actually haven't beaten. And I haven't beaten Bloodborne as I've never owned a PlayStation for it. There's the horse I keep hearing about, and we're still getting weird horizontal stripes. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One
You
of his
gonna...
kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring,
You gonna help me up, or just leave me here to drown?
even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Dark Souls is not nearly that hard. I don't know why this game keeps getting, or this series keeps getting hyped up on its difficulty. Mostly, I would guess because, most AAA studios do not decide to make hard as the baseline and only available option. There's harder games out there. And not even a few, I mean, a lot. Ah, okay, that looks like our Estus flask of sorts. That's the Ashen flask. Let's go ahead and mess with those lighting settings, see if we can get a better answer. Hotashi's going at it. I've been watching the Arc Revo so far. It's actually why I'm starting so late. It's because I was focused on the Guilty Gear tourneys today. Those were super fun to watch. Is it lighting quality, perhaps? I can still barely okay, there they are. Alright, what setting can we do to remove that? It's not anti-aliasing. It's not depth of field. Not effects. I think it's volumetric quality. No, it seems to be a mix of a number of different things. Shader quality, high. That one might not even apply. You know what? Let's go ahead and leave it on maximum settings and try to load ourselves back in it. Personally, ETG, I'd say my favorite meme of all time was the run we had with Expand Dong. I don't think I ever laughed as hard as I did with that meme. And welcome, Zero. We're currently trying to resolve our lighting issues before the important part of the game begins. Ah, poise! They brought back poise as a mechanic. Okay, yeah, we're still just getting... Ah, that's disgusting. Step out here, and maybe if we're not having to deal with shadows, we... Yeah, I have no idea what's causing those stripes. It's not happening in some areas. Touch Grace. Okay, from here we might have a better chance to find what setting it is. You know what? It might even be the resolution. Let's turn that on. Yeah, that's the entire stream gimmick as we have... Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Except now I'm going to have to... do this. Alright, so it was trying to run it in 2K that was having an issue. And, in fact, now... doesn't actually seem to be that bad of a frame rate. Ah, cooperative multiplayer. You know, that is something we can do. Anytime. Yeah, ranting about horrible things is just a general social media thing. Yeah, Shika, I've been watching up until top 3, I believe, because I had to get this stream prepared. Showdown would be super fun too. I think we can deal with that. That's about 40 frames or so. We can get about 60 if we look either down or away from the rest of the geometry. But for the most part, we might be a little bit slow. Very well, so we begin. I didn't spend too long on the character creation screen. I did hear that you have a chance to revise your appearance later, so... For now, we just have the center-parted, bright red hair. Which is mostly obscured by the hood. So, I guess it wasn't too necessary then. We will make a more accurate and official depiction of Xander after he's stuck with this game for a while. In each area, you'll find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gathered at summoning pools. Yeah, go ahead and roast me for each death. This game is, after all, a learning experience. There's that awfully grandiose tree from the beginning. That man would be appropriate, though. After all, I am a sorcerer. Or an astrologist, as they are referred to in this game. Now, this game is awfully open world, and let's see. Guy up there looks awfully large, so let's not engage him directly too soon. Ruin fragment. And a befallen structure. Really, it's just entirely open up to how we explore. Church of Ele. Ele. Through your map, you can instantly travel to any sites of grace that you've discovered. There's some areas and dungeons which this cannot be done. Ah, there it is. So, we do not immediately have any stated objectives. Oh, hello there.
You're a tarnish.
You coming to deliver my
I
presents?
can see it, and I can also see that you're not after my throat.
Not yet.
Why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
I don't think there's anything in here that we'd be looking for. Not yet.
Goodbye for now.
Ah, the smithing table. Well, we're gonna have to have some, I believe they're runes in this game. Hotashi 1. Really? Did they, reveal the new character trailer, Shika? You can kill NPCs. You can do that in every Souls game, but I am by no means a genocidal maniac. Do inform me, Shika. I know a lot of people are hyping themselves up for, Slayer, but I'm open for any option. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. With a blue trail in that direction. I try to maintain a level of kindness, Zero. I prefer to be as ideal as possible to my subjects. A creature of violence, I am not. Although allowing the player that level of agency is something that all games should be doing. Hey there. Oh, he's not kind. You can memorize sorceries and incantations at Size of Grace. Must have a staff equipped. And it consumes meter. Oh, not bad. $64. It's a start. Where do we level up anyway? As long as you can kill NPCs, you literally always murder them. And that's why, whenever I get to my eventual game dev stuff, I'm going to apply proper consequences for that. Too many games let you get away with it with such ease. Easy. Don't look at me, though. They attacked me first. I mean, I'm not playing Gold Lewis until I have a strength build swinging around a large flail. Or a hammer, I guess, might be the closest proxy. Ooh. Groveside Cave. It does not look like potato, because actually in this case, I think your game boost is actually helping this game. Also, I have noticed a lot of my games run better on my VTuber account on my computer, as opposed to my main one, mostly because I have far fewer programs running in the background. In this one, I basically just have Steam OBS, and Elden Ring right about now. Oh, there's more. And there's more. Obviously, the solution is not running away in that case. Can I vault up here? No, it seems I am stuck. Thrown to the wolves. Alright, Zero, keep it quick. Yeah, I think the game boost is helping here. I tried it earlier to test it with Skyrim, and it didn't seem to help me very much. Apple beer colored mad hair ass. Okay, if you keep it creative, I definitely love it. Sort of fell down the hole here, not expecting things as I had my attention diverted. But here, I am aware of the proper preparations I can make. Oh, you did follow me up here. Yeah, let's see that again. Oh, I didn't expect that to be over that quick. Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Medan, Crash Bandicoot 8, Cuphead. Cuphead's also a difficult game. In fact, I'd say Cuphead's more difficult than Dark Souls. Ghosts and Goblins. Getting over it is more tedious than it is difficult, I'd say. Superman 64. Yeah, it's kind of weird coming up with those sorts of lists, as you do have to measure, say, dysfunctional games alongside other games. Superman 64 is blatantly an unfinished project, so I'm not even sure if I would count it on my list. Glowstone. I assume that's what we use for lighting. Liarhead. Praise the bug. I'm only 26, you zoomer. You want to feel the existential dread? You don't know what true happiness is like. You were born in a world after 2001. Ah, and our first, presumably, a boss. we should be good from this distance. Okay, he's awfully slow, so we can probably just zone him out for quite a bit of damage. And we're out of FP. Drink that. You know, if you are going to be that slow... just zone him out. Oh, he dodged that one. Not this one, though. Yep, Professor is only 26. Now let's see what stuff he has here to loot. Corpse. Doesn't look to be a very lively fellow. This is how it feels to play Potemkin. Always approaching someone throwing fireballs at you. Dark Pages Anthology, Man of Den, has probably the hardest QTE. Oh, QTE. It's been a long time since I played a game like that. Heck, by most measurements, I'm actually closer to a Gen Z than, say, a boomer, or even a millennial. It's kind of weird. Being born in 95, I'm kind of on the barrier of two different worlds. Just Fukio. Just super jump. And bump the microphone, which I keep comfortably in front of my face. You know what? Since I am sitting up, why not adjust that just a little bit higher? There, that should be in a spot where I don't bump it nearly as much. Fine. Berate me for things outside my control. Does that at least refresh everything for me? I'd assume so. Yeah. Flasks are restored. Why do you consider this a reason to dig on me, Zero? I wonder if we have jumping attacks. Just like that. Done off of a jump rather than a forward input. I actually think a jump button is something that Dark Souls needed a long time earlier. Berate me for only one death on a new game? It might take me a while to get through a lot of this, indeed. Stretch and flex, and where the hell else are we going? Hey there, friend. Character looks completely clocked out. Now, let's see, is there going to be something inside of this lake that's going to be, murdering me? These large husks. They move. But are they hostile? I'll guess that that is a yes. Okay, so it builds up a poison status. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna guess that is a poise break mechanic. Scientists flex the muscles in their cognition. Yes, I put the majority of my points into intelligence, and flexing that incredibly important muscle of the brain is what I do best. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I'm just smacking things. But I guess that's entirely what you're supposed to do in this game, which is an approach to game design I actually appreciate. Just give them an open world and absolutely no direction whatsoever. You don't look friendly. You were all freed from your unrewarding labor. Okay, never mind. He seemed complacent. I have never played a Bomberman game in my life either. Remember, Professor didn't actually own a console until 2002 because I lived out in the middle of nowhere away from, well, civilization. So unfortunately, a lot of older games I never had the chance to experience. I didn't even know what a Nintendo was until like 2002. Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. Numbered type of flasks replenish berries. Cannot replenish more than your maximum amount. So, it's probably good to go ahead and drop a little bit of this then. And be prepared for the next squad we come across. That's exactly it. Just mash buttons and see what works. It's an open world fighting game environment, and you're here to send out your feelers. A path out of here. Would never do what, Zero? What's upsetting you so much? Is it my massive skill? My impeccable ability? Exist. Yeah, that is definitely a crime. After all, I'm just so drop-dead gorgeous. Like the dropping dead these folks are about to do. Makes a lot of other boys envious. They do not have my ravishing good looks. There. Use my frame advantage, as obviously I'm far more plus on hit. Thank you, Kyle. Which characters do you like best? Bruno from Encanto? I haven't watched Encanto either. Ever since the whole global thing that's been going on for about a couple of years, I haven't been watching much in the way of new movies. Used to be a thing that I did alongside a number of friends, but that's far less common nowadays. A proper death means returning to Erdtree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. I am a VTuber not out of ugliness, but out of anonymity. Think about it, Zero. If I was that drop-dead gorgeous, and the entire center point of my character is to not be horny, wouldn't it be better for me to hide my face? After all, it was only what? Just this last week we had someone asking if I had a girlfriend in chat from Twitch, and yeah. You see, Zero, if you want to drop something like that on me, it's gotta be something I can't argue my way out of. I was hoping that strong hit would actually kill him. Very curious glow to all these items. In fact, we're actually getting a very solidly high frames per second while we're inside here. Oh, yeah, my Slayer and Accent Core plus R definitely carries me. He cheats. Slayer's a cheating character. Pop out of here. And there he is. They give you an awfully small window to go through there. You smell like an abandoned child. At least that's better than a Smash player. At least it's better than an Accent Core Potemkin player. You want a filthy character? That's one. You're not gonna believe who's back. Is it gonna be Ornstein a fourth time? There you are. No two-hit KO for me. Ah, playing the hit-and-run strategy, I see. What's worse than someone who religiously plays X characters? Anyone who mains Testament. Right, my lost rune should be around here somewhere, right? Ah, there they are. Let's see. Listen closely for the pitter-patter of further footsteps. No one else in the room to catch the drop on me. Oh, it's the Y button to activate. Alright. So, run in, grab those. Oh. I thought that was speeding right down the hallway after me. Okay, we have a window here. Switch to Kai and it was over. Ah yes, white bread, water with no ice. I see you hiding there. You can't get the drop on me. Ah, he's got good anti-airs. No stuffing this approach. We should probably invest in a lot more health, as I imagine that lets us use our flask a lot more. Be wary of right, or how about straight ahead? Hello, I'm Kyle Kiesk from Guilty Gear. Be wary of right. Ah, wonderful. You know what? I'm gonna vote that one up. It's... no. There we go. I'm Ryu from Streets. My favorite things are jumping into light fierce, water with no ice, the newest season of The Simpsons, and dirt. Wandering noble ashes. Well, with us out of flasks, it would probably be good to... yeah, I don't know what a light fierce is. That entire video is supposed to be a shitpost. Oh, of course. Oh. Well, no fall damage. Which means if I head back out here, we shouldn't have any issue dropping down. Right? Indeed. All right. Locked by some contraption. Alright, we know what to expect out of this place. there's Grace right back up here. Now, can we level up here, or... Ah, I think I forgot to actually set a starting gift. I might have left it open for the beginning. Double check, and yes, let's continue. I kind of like how the HUD fades out. Lets you comfortably explore the rest of the time. Come on, make your approach. You have to come to me. Or he'll just stay up there. Okay, and we know there's a guy hiding up here. Oh, come on. It's kind of funny, this game always made it to where, like, yeah, okay, I get that. Can I just swing from the left side then? Like, I understand the purpose of that blocking off certain types of attacks. But the wall to my left side was just blatantly open. Run over here. And there were quite a few folks clinging over to the walls here. Get down. Well, of course, while he was falling, chances are we weren't going to hit him. Ooh, pillar's gone. Get down, get down. Okay, so we had a lot of them clinging up on top of the walls. So, going further down there, we do want to make sure that we pay attention to all of them. Better keep it creative, Zero. You get booted the instant I understand anything twice. Meaning if you happen to make them diverse enough that I don't remember anything twice, you're still in the clear. Oh, you have fire bombs. Ah, remarkably well done. I think we might be a little bit low on health for an area like this. Remember, you're bald-headed granny. I see you've been watching a lot of panda videos. So I know you have horrible taste, Zero. Goodness, I thought you were better than that. Which means you might actually just be stealing all of these from other creators. Can you not come up with your own material, Zero? Alright, try this again. I wonder... Ah, I can! I can hit him with the air-to-air. Oh right, this one went down. So, now, we look around, and funny enough, I don't actually see more of the gargoyles. So where'd they come from? Wait! Those were the guys surrounding the pillar. Okay. Oh, there's more of them on the walls here. I got it. Yeah, the instant you did the yo mama, yo dad, your ball-headed grandma, I knew it was a Kizzy K reference. I get those guys popping up in my feed all the time. FGC is that start for content. And continue. I think that's the guy that jumps down after us. The other guys just throw knives. And proceed. Not sure what you're referring to, ETG. Okay, actually, I do like Giuna. But the other panda guy, and I sort of like Punk, but the other panda guy is, whatever. Alright, force their approach. A forked hatchet. Not really much of a shield for us to be using. Yeah, if he's just gonna try to stay all the way back there, might as well get him. Kizzy's okay. I never said I don't like him. Lift required ahead. Does this get us anywhere, though? Doesn't look like it. Testament, you say? I will buy it, but just to double check, I will look at this. Who do we got? Who's our new character? Alright, so it's Testament. Good, because I had a Slayer meme I still need to prepare for whenever he's revealed. Right, I can just smack this. I imagine it's a little difficult to get my hair right for WWE. Interesting choice with Testament. I'll have to watch that trailer later. Yeah, I don't buy that disguise. Right, I forgot. I'm playing a Souls game, so I should probably run around with shield held up. This is a dead end too, right? Right, so I guess there isn't much for us to do here yet. There are some modders that have actually worked on that, ETG. I don't know if you've seen it, but some people have actually modded Goku into Guilty Gear. When through hours of Dark Souls 3, not once did it occur to you to shield the arrows. Were you playing a character that used a shield that much? I mean, myself, I usually do strength builds with a lot of endurance, carrying a lot of armor and such like that. And me, I did frequently use 100% physical damage resist shields. So I basically walked up with that thing held up all the time. The thing about that ETG is, even if he's modded in, I mean, you don't necessarily have to have him there as a mainline character just because licensing guest characters is usually an IP nightmare, especially if they're from an entirely different medium. It's already kind of a far-fetched that Soul Calibur got 2B and Geralt. But with Dragon Ball being such huge of a franchise that it is, I think it would be a bit of a PR disaster to try to get that into Guilty Gear. You got that you got that next roast prepared. You prepped the spell, memorized it. Gonna hit me with the fireball right on my wake up. Well, if it doesn't look like there's anything for us to do there yet... Well, I'm talking about the most recent Soul Calibur, which I believe 6 only has 2 guest characters. Ah, that's another game I'm wanting to play. Which reminds me, actually, one of my VTuber peers might be prepping something for a For Honor community night. Which, although I haven't played that game in about a year, I might be joining in on. Let's go ahead and check that map. Looks like we do have a path in this direction, so let's go ahead and look over here. Expect there to be some For Honor content sometime in the future, if that actually does take off. Since, judging by the votes of their community, it does look very promising that there will be another, that there will be a For Honor community night there. Hey, I didn't approach. I'm not looking for a fight yet. Gate Front Ruins. You're not at attention. All these goons are, though. The wolf's gonna be the most annoying problem. And before this eventually becomes strength build. Ooh, I just realized. This is a FromSoft game. It's gotta have a Moonlight Greatsword in here somewhere, right? Ah, that is a metal shield, not one of wood. Let's go ahead and... Nice hammer.
Only one no Kizame.
Yoshimitsu is actually the character I play in Soul Calibur. And Tekken, but I don't really know how to play Tekken. So I haven't practiced him much there. Really, you didn't flinch from that. Probably would have been better to attack on the way down. Ah, big guy. I'm gonna guess that means the closest Grace, right? Okay, Great Value Aizen is the only actually funny one you've said yet. I think Yoshimitsu was in Tekken first, since I don't think he was in Soul Blade. Protects a little bit against magic. Wait, do we still have a kick? I think maybe not. Yeah, he was in Tekken first. God, I miss Soul Calibur. I wonder if there's actually people still playing the rank for that. Mostly, I'm just trying to fish for, chances to play fighting games and actually have something to do for the entire time. Yep, here comes the entire set of buddies. The whole squad. He is not a guest character, he is a canon migrant. He is part of the actual Soul Calibur and Tekken canons. Ah, this guy's gonna be a fight. 3 stabs. Alright, let's analyze these patterns a bit. Ah, we can use that to hit multiple targets. My boy's got super armor. His pose is too high. Oh, right, they made it, like the later Dark Souls games with the backstabs. Okay. We'll just wear him down like that. Ah, that consumes our stamina, too. Right, they did bring in Haomaru. Yoshimitsu isn't a guest character. He's part of the actual Soul Calibur, he's part of the actual Soul Calibur lore. I mean, alright, fine. Guess we can't rest there. I still want my stuff, though. Dark Souls Classic. Alright, lads, how we dealing with this guy? You know, I can just keep doing this while he has a shield raised, I guess. Just consume all our FP for that. Ah, we did not need the extra one. He wasn't blocking. Didn't look like we got much in the way of runes from that, if any at all. Cry about it, Zero. I am a professional wizard. You know what is lame? Playing builds that just maximize physical damage and then using only linear white bread sword swings. Like the fact that everyone did 40 strength and 40 dex builds in Dark Souls 3 and spent the entire time just having min-maxed health and damage, and then only doing sword swings. Come on, get closer. Is there someone behind me? No. Yoshimitsu can talk in Soul Calibur, but he does talk in Tekken, actually. In Tekken 7, he talks frequently. He just has a weird voice from being a ninja alien cyber robot thing. Where'd I leave? There they are. Alright, there better be grace down here. Treasure chest ahead, by the way, no monster ahead, with 236 appraisals. A whetstone knife. You can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. Sounds like some configurable moveset system. That sounds pretty fun. I did hear about some sort of stomp being the cornerstone of a lot of PvP jank. Now that is a place that looks important. And with these yellow wisps floating around, perhaps this might be... Yeah, that looks like a site of grace up there. And done. Go ahead and rest here. Stretch and flex. Also, I didn't say hi to you, Papili, yet. Welcome. Welcome. What is true, Kyle? You see, this is gonna be the cause of most of my deaths, looking away at chat. Sit back down here. I'm pretty sure the Joker is known for his ability to outsmart, like, Batman. So I imagine the Joker would win that fight pretty reliably. Okay, so we have a good cutscene here.
Greetings.
Is this where that maiden meme
Traveler.
comes from?
From beyond the fog. I am Melina.
In typical FromSoft style, they have... Okay, never mind. Face is no longer obscured.
I offer you an accord.
Is it that eyeball you have missing?
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid.
Welcome, Decursion.
to the
Welcome.
tarnished.
We are only beginning. We're only about an hour in.
I am afraid, are maidenless.
There, she said the thing. Everyone laugh.
I can play the role of maiden,
Is she hitting on me?
turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring.
I actually had a discussion just about that, ETG. That would have been an incredible stage for Gold Lewis. White House front
To the
lawn.
foot of the Erd Tree.
Sure.
Settle.
I need level ups.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
A spectral steed whistle.
Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed.
Actually, our current FPS has been doing a lot better, Decursion. Kyle recommended a game boosting software which I believe is going to deprioritize a number of background processes and free up RAM and other things for us. So essentially, per Kyle's recommendations, we should be able to focus our games a little bit better in the future. No fighting in my classroom. Level up.
Turn your let my hand share them with me. Your thoughts.
We'll definitely want a bit more health first, since that lets us use more of the, flasks. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the bathroom. When I come back, this place better not be on fire, you goons. One moment. You see, you have fallen for my trap. You little goons. You have done just as I expected. And accordingly, y'all both quiet. You goons. Oh no, I wasn't still here. Ah, okay. Ah, I see, okay. See, I wasn't still hiding, but I do have the chat history available on my end here. And I see some incredibly unconstructive chat during my departure. Please do keep it civil in the future. I just lost 2 subscribers. Oh, hello there. Ooh, he's a zoner too. Oh, this is going to be interesting. He can follow us out. Alright. and he doesn't even have that much health to begin with. Then again, he's got a completely cavernous and open stomach, so it's not like he'd have much health in the first place. Come on, big guy. I'm glad they seem to be setting it up to where, the enemies and bosses won't be allowing you to just stand at their feet like how, a lot of other previous Dark Souls games were. Or had their bosses be vulnerable. Come on, big guy. Ah, we're out. Very well. Ah, I was hoping that would have been the last hit. That would have been so cool, hitting him with the jumping strike. Now watch me die to this guy instead. Ooh, guard break. Now that your daddy's gone, what are you gonna do? Spam projectiles. Okay, Kai. Never mind, he's not just a zoner. Alright, we'll have to bring them outside. Keep getting myself into trouble. Prepare ourselves for our return. Again. It's probably a case like that. After all, this does seem to be a pretty high bar for us to clear so soon. And I cannot jump over that, I see. Still shooting through their friends, apparently, somehow. Doesn't really make much sense. And the arrow's even slightly curved towards you. I suppose that's how you make projectiles effective in a 3D game like this, while keeping them still dodgeable. Ooh, close. Alright, yeah, we're not gonna survive another hit. And it would be good to invest these runes so far, and get ourselves a little bit more of a level up. Let's see. Arcane. Huh, discovery is different from intelligence, okay. More health is still more important. Let's see if folks are crying about the Testament review. Since I know I did have a couple of friends who were focusing so much on the possibility of Slayer coming in. A lot of my friends are very upset. I had like 2 or 3 friends who were all hoping for a Slayer reveal. And funny enough, none of us actually joked about Testament earlier today as a possibility. Oh, right. He'll respond too, apparently. So he's not just a one-of-the-time mini-boss. Very well, I imagine we're supposed to travel a different direction, since we're obviously too, weak to be doing this part too soon. While we're at it, equipment. Did we have... Or is it from our inventory that we assign something to a pouch? Ah, there we go. But, where is our pouch button? I'm guessing we just, no, we don't just select one of the... Huh. Maybe I should have actually read those tutorials. Right, our mounted combat is probably going to be a lot stronger than just being on foot. It's going to be a lot different from Skyrim, where you can just, hold it and start your swing when you actually get close. And one more. Yeah, that's all we really needed. Very well, we will just spread out and basically explore every place we can find. And then if we find an area which does seem like a good place to make an approach, we can proceed through there. Okay, that makes this game automatically much better than Skyrim, being able to collect things while still on horseback. I've tried to play an alchemist character riding on a horse in Skyrim, and, well, if you wanted to pick everything up, or anything up, you have to dismount every single time. Do tell me, what significance do these lightning strikes have? Jump while on horseback near a spirit spring to ride its current high into the air. You won't take damage from jumping into a spirit spring while at horseback, even from a great height. Ooh. Stormhill. Well, that would explain the name. Quite a few large fellows walking around here. Sanctuary stone. Oh, you're different. I wonder, can I still Catalyst from horseback? Yep, way better than Skyrim. Understood. Alright. Posture check. Where did I put my tea? Welcome back, Zero. Please. Mostly the muting there was part of the joke. But in the future, do it is a little ambiguous on exactly what part of it is a joke between two folks in chat. So I will say in the future, please direct all of your insults toward the professor, but not towards your fellow classmates. I do at least have to set a precedent. Right, there's this fella on horseback. Who is going to be too fast for us to hit with those projectiles. Talisman. Interesting. Ah, those are the tiny little things we get to carry with us. We haven't picked up any other really good usable items. You know, I completely forgot what the button was to actually set something into your little quick menu here. I'll just look that up once the stream is over and prepare that for next time. But so far, since our game does appear to actually be functioning, thank you, Kaio, for the recommendation. I guess we do have great promise to be playing this game. So, next week I guess expect a lot of Elden Ring and Guilty Gear. We'll find out much later, Decursion, I'm sure. Most of the lore in Souls games is not explicitly discussed, but is brought to you through a lot of crumbs between your various item descriptions, and a few bits of dialogue from stray characters. A Rawa fruit. How about that? And put this here because I know I will be using this frequently. Now let's go get ourselves some of those lost runes. There they are. Seems like an awful lot of large fellows. I wonder if there's any solid structure straight ahead. This does appear to be a house right here. Decursion, please tell me you're not doing that too. Zero was trying to get me with that all of yesterday.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished.
Yeah, I know exactly what setup you're trying to do.
Ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
I'm going to just nod my head and pretend I agree.
Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. That's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
You got new things for... Oh, this looks fun. This looks fun. Grants affinities and skills to an arm. Okay. Does it tell us what it does? Okay, there we go. Heavy. Quality. Ah, okay, so I'm going to take a wild guess. This imbues an effect with a different sort of damage scaling and gives it a new skill. Ooh, that one will be really nice. Did we not have the runes for it? I thought we picked them back up. Or did we invest them? Yeah, we invested them in a level up, so we will need to do a little bit of grinding to secure one of those. There we go. There's the grace I've been looking for. Ah, the map fills out. Okay. So we do have areas we can proceed through. I'm going to guess that yellow sign is roughly a direction of where our questing should take us. Let us proceed. And let's jump off that real quick. Ah, there's 3 of them now. Equalize our odds a little bit. There's 1 down. You're next. Or maybe your friend with the bit of the heavier appearance. It's kind of funny, it feels like those animations are ripped straight out of Dark Souls 3. Two, three, four. Ooh, nice block. And now the zoner with no one to support him. I'm the only mage around here. Ah, now it looks like we are getting some better stuff that we can equip ourselves with. Which, hopefully, will lead us to more of a build my style. The wizardry was picked on sort of a whim. I actually usually prefer to play, as you can guess, heavier damage characters that like to get up close and personal. But knowing how games like this work, I imagine we'll be able to get a, Please tell me these guys aren't trying to kill me. Okay. I imagine we'll get a chance to use, intelligence scaling weapons, but still have, say, a heavy armor build. Now what do we got here? More grace to be had. We're getting an awful lot of these around, but then again it is sort of a large world of sorts. Real quick, since I forgot to bring my tea back, I'm gonna go grab that real quick. Skibbity whoop. And so soon we return. You know, I actually don't have an idea of how long we will be here anyways, so let me check the status of a number of my friends, and if none of them happen to actually be gathering around, then we can stay here for a long while. Wait, yo? Is that crossplay? I think we're getting crossplay coming to Strive. Now, that's a better announcement than any character they could have come up with for Strive. There's a number of friends I know who only play on console, and I'll be happy to finally face off against them. Now, come on, let me up there. A stone sword key.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider.
Sounds like someone's mad science project.
Grafted by the spider. You become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Okay. Not very constructive, but sure. I imagine that's where we have to get into. Indeed. Let us proceed. Oh, boys. Darn it, wrong button. Look what I got here. And continue. Done. Yeah, I think trying to level up for a more intelligence a more intelligence-focused weapon in the future might be a little bit of a better route to take. I'm a little uncertain. What do we do in the beginning here? I'm gonna guess this might be a replacement for our Titanite lizards here. Oh, it's a ballista in the back. I see. Very well, we'll see if we can take an alternate route off to the sides. Of course it hits the tree. Back up. There's an awful lot of them. You know, it is usually kind of hard to predict when their poise is happening. Alright. Simple enough. You know, that's actually probably what we can use the spell arc for. Attacking multiple enemies at once. I imagine that's its purpose. Or maybe it's just harder to dodge. Let's do this one again. Let's actually test that. Ah, that is its purpose. Okay, excellent spell. What is the parry timing anyway? Okay, it has a bit of a delay to it. But it shouldn't be much of an issue in the future. Yeah, come here. Are any of those better, but with less obstruct. Okay. Better defense, slightly more weight. But that still gives us a medium equipment load. There. That raises our defense up slightly overall. And let's head our way over to the side here again. Don't call your buddies over here just yet. Lots of folks in the background firing arrows at us. Ooh, that hurt. Ah, a little slow on the swing, okay. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for when to start the parry. And we can definitely get used to the timing on that. That might take us a while. How about no? Equip a bow to fire blah blah blah. We do not use bows here. If we did want to hit people from a distance, we'll use spells instead. And it looked like that restored a flask charge. Maybe not quite the same amount of distance. Come on. It's you who were the problem. Ah, you don't have the right. Time for a back. Can I break this? Seems not. How unfortunate. Very well. Into the castle we go. Visions of good fortune and grace. You know, I finally understand that touch grace meme that everyone's been spouting about for the past few weeks. I don't know yet what scaling we can get. But overall, I think it's better for us to have a little bit of health here and there. Ashes of War menu. You can do Ashes of War to grant skills and affinities to your armaments at Sites of Grace. Armament can only have one skill. Any skill it had previously will be lost. Adding an affinity, you can alter an attack's affinity, boost attribute scaling, and more. Some special armaments cannot be granted new skills or affinities using... So we want to see if we can get magic scaling on something. I guess we could actually go talk to that, wait, no, we don't have very many runes, do we? Still have only 744. Mists of Faint Light. Material. Throwing weapon. A small number of runes. Okay. 200. That lets us at least buy one thing from him, so let's go ahead and look back at that other... Wait, no, we don't need this from here. It was... Yeah, there he is. And he sells us a couple of arts. Right, that was our wield something in both hands. Okay, so you press Y and the bumper corresponding to your light attack for each side.
Decided to...
Now what do we got here? Endure. Okay, so heavy. Standard quality. Keen. He's a knight. I imagine he's not actually going to have anything that scales with intelligence. Now I think about it. Blah blah blah. Wonder when we meet the first intelligence scaling fellow. Hopefully soon. For anyone who's been through here, is it soon or is it much later? I don't think I want to start out with a character who basically only does spellcasting as their most effective strategy. Sorcerer Roger. Fine. Moves like an AI. Ah, okay. So a very first boss battle, it looks like.
Tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
You got a couple of barnacles on your face there. You should really go see a dermatologist. You know, that guy would probably be great at basketball. We can be sure of that.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Alright, here we go. Our first real boss battle, it seems. Ah, hello there. Funny, that does much more damage. That's a poise break. Do we get a... Ah, there we go. Okay. He's probably going to do something big here.
Blood must truly run in my veins.
Ah, and there goes Rogier. Alright, halfway there for the first time. Not that bad. Do that again. And this time I think we can be a lot more aggressive, at least until Rogier is down. And there we go. Interesting that they have the golden walls this time. Is that a scorpion tail? Right, we will want to be kind of upfront and aggressive. Once Rogier is down, we can focus more on the spellcasting part of things. Ooh, remarkable. Take a chug at that. Okay, so we are at the point where it doesn't automatically fill our HP anymore. Get the stab on him. Too early. Okay, so that is a wide horizontal swing. Seems whacking him with the staff. That's what I wanted to test there. That does absolutely no damage to him. In that case, I don't think we really need to worry about refilling our FP bar. We can just focus on our health instead. Wonder what that means for us expending our FP. Looks like we can save that for the back end where he's fighting us solo. Up until then, we need to be fighting him alongside Rogier.
Forgive me. I've been testing you.
Yeah.
See whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit to face the challenge that entails.
Okay, that one's pretty good. Every detective anime protagonist built
Your
ass.
measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Looks like we have no option,
Let my hand
then.
rest upon you for but a moment.
Huh, that's an interesting structure. Is a place where tarnished gather, guided by grace. Combat is prohibited on premises due to a pact of non-aggression. So they're ANCAPs. Round Table Hold is located outside of this world. It can be reached through sites of grace. And, what are we supposed to do here?
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds...
Guy's wearing some Morrowind Daedric armor.
Have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
Whose hip-hop lyrics are you stealing this time? Zero? Ah, kids these days. Ah, okay, so this is supposed to be our equivalent of a Fireling Shrine. I've seen this guy before.
Face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Duplication. Interesting. Well, that's because I have a small presence, Zero. Also, I'm not a villain. I'm ambiguous. Morally ambiguous. I am neither a villain nor a hero. Is it always plump sort? Huh? If only I had an Elden ring.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold.
I still have no idea what's going on with all you folk.
Would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Alright. I'm intrigued.
My thanks, great champion.
Is it just for a hug? You see, I have telepathic powers, Zero. That's how I keep reading people's bursts. Oh, okay. So what is that?
What you felt light up inside you was a Baldakin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
Aw, how sweet. But what the heck does it do? Funny, you can see his, bright red-orange hair from underneath the hood. The eyebrows are particularly egregious. Now what the heck does that do? Uses FP to temporarily boost poise. I imagine that's for FP-less builds. Ones that don't use it mostly for spellcasting. Zero, what is up with you? Okay, that's funny. Got someone cooking dinner around here, I imagine. What lies beyond the door? We cannot pass through this wall. And there doesn't seem to be anything else here either. Oh, sadness. Sadness ahead because we cannot open that door. I suppose that's it for around here. Doesn't seem to be too much going on here yet. I guess this is just our Firelink shrine until we have something else. I mean, I imagine everyone else left because we have a rather slow start here, as you'd expect from a game like this. Things will probably pick up once I have a better scope of what I'm doing. Also, it is Saturday night, and a lot of folks will be occupied with their own things to be doing.
And explore the sea so that one day, if a tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace.
Sure. Again, nod your head and agree.
Most tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed. Well, what do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the 2 fingers?
Is this faith? It looks like faith stuff. Okay. So this would be if we did a holy build.
May the golden order...
About boxing. Like Slayer. Give him a dandy step. You're clad in blue, so you might do something relating to sorceries, right? Or you just have absolutely nothing to say to me. Okay, a couple of weapons here. Now we can finally do something a little bit more interesting. All of those require, Don't these require a different catalyst, or can I still use them with, my current set? Let me look.
Furthest I can happily spend.
We also don't nearly have enough runes for basically any of them.
May the golden order...
Incantations versus... Okay, so we can't do it on top of the table, we have to do it standing aside. Yeah, those are labeled as sorceries. I imagine we use different things for, incantations versus sorceries. They're kept apart, I'd imagine. Very well, I will take my 0 runes and depart, as I have a boss to kill. Let us return. And here in a moment, we might be able to spread out with a different and far more interesting build. As it stands, at the very beginning, I'm mostly going to be feeling things out, since this is the very start of a run. Yeah, I played Dark Souls 3, I know how this works. Well, I might have to actually play this game on my own time, since it seems like this seems to be, functioning a lot better than expected. Yeah, he definitely looks clocked out. Like yours truly, most of the day. Now, where did I leave my stuff? Ah, over there. You were awfully lethargic about that. Slayer is a boxer archetype. I'm guessing we have a lot of, we might have a lot of delay here, if that question's only just now coming back up. No, the timing on my, clock is just fine. Also, I look away from for 1 minute and get destroyed again. You know the deal. No, you just asked it. Okay. I'm not speaking boxer in terms of, like, actual boxing, but in terms of, nicknames for fighting game archetypes. He is a lot like Dudley, having the weave in and out, fish for counter hits, and frustrate your opponent kind of stuff. Yeah, he has the old one too. It's called close slash into par slash. Into another close slash into par slash. Which you can actually link together. Stab him in the butt, and continue. Making great progress. Oh, there's the wood there on the side. That's why I couldn't move. Ah, I tried to dodge. We can't interrupt that. One of the issues I've always had with Souls games. Very much misdescribed how you play Dudley. He isn't a character that looks for whiff punishes. Sure, he can pull them off, but for the most time he's looking for knockdown so he could... that would be more of his, third strike. His, third strike version. In Street Fighter 4, he's a lot less about, the whole Rose setup. Yep, it's this guy right here. Did he step? No, that was an upward swing. Okay, so we do need to see that that one has a lot of wind up to it. How would you know about Street Fighter 4, you boomer? He doesn't seem that bad, I just might be a little underleveled for him. Okay, lots of wind up for that one. Yeah, the buffer always bothered me. It's like half a second. If you end up getting hit and you input the dodge button while you get hit, you automatically dodge afterwards. Alright, we'll go at him a couple more times, but we might come back to him a later time. Yeah, I might be a little bit behind just because I started out with a sorcery build, and using sorceries we're not doing very much. Or, we're not doing very many sorceries. But that is a far more reliable source of damage, it would look like. I'm kinda hesitant to fight him so close to the wall here. Get the big hit on him. Restore health. Right, and then he does the big swing, and that. Well, there goes that strategy. Yeah, we're doing very little damage to him. I imagine we'll just have to, we're supposed to come back later. Alright. Let's, fish around for a bit. Pick up a couple new pieces of, equipment. Might have to just end up doing a bit of grinding. We can get him down to half health pretty reliably, but we are doing very little damage with each swing, which is usually an indicator that we haven't explored enough to find some better pieces of equipment for ourselves. And just like in a fighting game, you can't damage someone who's knocked down. Unless you have a specific OTG attack. Oh wow, they brought us down to low health. Where else would we be off to in that case? Does look like we have a road up here. Let's actually stop there. They can OTG you once. Well, unless it's XX, and XX you can basically just OTG again and again. So allegedly, there should be another path further along here, going under the bridge. Hop back over here. And... we mistimed it. Again! King of Mist Meaties. Which is why I usually use projectile Oki characters, since I don't actually know when my opponent's going to wake up. Allow us to proceed through the brush. What else do we have over here? Who are you?
You. Please. I can read them. Your fingers. Please, your fingers.
Show hands? More like throw hands.
Head to the foundation of gold tarnished. Traverse Rea Lucaria, glintstone eventide, and reunite the half-crescents at the grand lift.
She's speaking in tongues. I can't understand a word she's talking about.
The bridge is collapsed and cannot be crossed. Only, why should that matter? Stormvale Castle still stands tall.
I'll say. So, bridge is out here. No warrior ahead. Bingus. Maybe I should play this game off stream with the homies. Nomadic warriors could... we have a path down here. Hopefully not a dead-end end. Does look like there's a little bit we can traverse. I am now, and apparently we're actually faring a lot better. Kyle suggested a program which helps me get better frame rates, and a lot of the time I can sort of score about 40 FPS, but it's definitely doing a lot better now than when I tested it off stream. But yeah, looks like this is a thing we'll start. Time for jumping. Behold, a hole. Again, mostly a silent trek up here through the mountains. But I'm going to guess we do have a couple of more enemies to fight and some things to be found. For the most part, the question I have is, when do we get things that scale with intelligence? Might be a while. It will be something early. I think it's only like 11 or 12. We did just begin tonight, so not very far in. 10. Yeah, we've just started, basically. You know, it might just be a good idea to get some grinding done, which is done concurrently with exploration. More freakish little squirrels. Perhaps it would be better to get a bit used to using the horse to traverse. Fine. Might be easier to just go past them. Since the horseback fighting is not really attuned to creatures of that scale, it might work better if we were having to fight other things on horseback or much larger enemies that would have a larger hurt box to hit. Crystal Bud, okay. I'm not much in the mood of off-screen grinding. I might just save this as a thing to do on days that I am in the mood to stream, but don't have much on mind. After all, this game is incredibly popular right now. So I might go ahead and just end up idly playing this during a lot of the days. Might be a dedicated weekend thing, and maybe even start doing stuff on Sunday, just relax with a good bit of Elden Ring. Depending on how much talking I'd like to get done. Ah, yes, I see. This guy has a scythe. Testament confirmed. Oh, these aren't going to be necromancer guys reviving skeletons, are they? He's firing skulls at us. He has Testament. And there are an awful lot of them. And they home in. We are drawing closer to that tree, though, it seems. We did recently touch Grace, so we shouldn't be very far behind there. In a kind of high-level area. I guess it makes sense. If our world is that open. It reminds me a lot of, first time I played Dark Souls 1. I actually went down into the, what was it? The little necromancer place first. The cave with all the undead. So, as per your recommendations, let's go ahead and grab those runes, and we can probably head back to one of the earlier areas. Though I am curious about getting a bit of exploration going on. For the most part, I just want a reliable source of runes for us to collect. And a couple of silly materials. Ooh. That looks like that would be an interesting place to go. Ah, look carefully. Seems familiar. Reminds me of that, village in Dark Souls 3. I do appreciate your, advice, Siphon. I do appreciate you, directing me away from places that might be outside of my league. But I would like to remain this as a mostly blind playthrough.
Perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries.
Ah, this is the guy I'm looking for.
For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
I'm going to go ahead and decline your offer, Siphon.
Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested.
Yeah, no worries, Siphon. You're doing great, thank you.
Only none of them are particularly.
Just, warn me if I'm getting in deep over my head. Here we go. To illuminate surroundings. Well, you're hardly helping me any bit forward. Never mind then. Now where? I see that directs us even further in that direction. We do have plenty of zones back over here near the Gatefront ruins. Let's go ahead and explore off to the right side of that map. Ah, loading screen. I am out of tea, so let me go grab another drink and hopefully not get immediately assassinated. Yeah, looks like we'll be okay for a bit. So let me pop out. Okay. So it's kind of funny where the angle went after I alt-tabbed. Now let's just head back in. Yeah, it's a AAA game, Bonky. It is going to be expensive. And welcome back. Ah, looks to be more grace here. And we can't do that on horseback. So it seemed... Ah, wait. I thought there was just the one tree, but it does look like we have a few.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
Hopefully not highwaymen. Where am I looking?
You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
Let's see, we have all the little signs around here, so this is probably who we're looking
Why
for.
won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
Is he disguised as the bush, or...
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Cully? What'd you go and do that for?
You were disguised, you little goon.
Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was supposed
Go
to
ahead,
the
Siphon.
cave.
And thank you for
Told
asking.
not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, when they threw me out of the camp, so this is all I have, I hope. Or I could sneak, then I'd...
Okay. Interesting, different way to handle things, but... seems that wasn't much at all. Huh, that knocks everyone back. Interesting. Ah, just barely missed him. So what's on your mind, Siphon? Do tell me about what you have going on. Foot soldier gauntlets. Are those better? Mildly. I think I'll keep with what we have. Ah, yes, the signature glint of what I assume are supposed to be the Titanite lizards for this game. Art of War, Ash of War, Determination. Smithing Stone, excellent. We actually might want to find a new weapon altogether soon. Though we can hardly keep a hold of the runes we'd need. Okay, we have achieved our goal of getting enough health to where we don't just waste any extra amount every time we have to heal. Oh, never mind, we don't need the second one. A bit too easy, I might say. Oh yeah, this game's definitely open world, like I've heard people talk about it. Funny enough, I've gone relatively spoiler-free in this game so far. And there's a boss. Or a hint at something in the future, perhaps. Let's see. I know you see me. Oh, okay, there's the violent barking, so he is actually trying to hurt us. Very well, I'll shoot the shaggy dog. With a sword in its back. I fought the giant guys with the sunken stomachs, but I don't know if that's a troll. I've only killed one of the big enemies, and that was the guy right in the entrance to the castle. Okay, that is a remarkably great amount of damage. Hit him with the jump in. Now what do we have in here? Okay, yeah, I fought and defeated one of those guys. Did we have a... it felt like we had an option there. Doesn't seem to be much of anything else in here. No hole ahead. Think carefully. Careful, just in case those signs are right. Fully charged attacks to one of the legs. Okay. They did have very kind of spindly legs. So I was attacking them quite a bit, trying to see what could happen. I wonder what our indicator for mimics are in this game. Ah, okay, looky here. We have a blood splatter right in front. So... Oh, missed. Blood splatter. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Okay, wait, was this what happened? Oh, it's just a trap. So, okay, so it looks to be some sort of a damaging fog. Is there anything actually in it? No, it is just a trapped chest. Very well. Guess that's it for what's down here then. Thanks for the warnings, gentlemen. I appreciate your contributions to Discovery. Yeah, I was gonna see if I could, jump attack him. Get him. Okay. Crab eggs. Alright. We are growing low on health. It might be responsible to head back to a Grace. And we do have enough to actually buy a few pieces of equipment. Ah, we still have a few flask charges. Let's check that map before we proceed. Of course he wants a fight. Well, I'm not gonna give one to him. Crabs. Haha, time for crab. Look at them. Magnificent. Can you believe they're one of Earth's most highly evolved creatures? Lots of different arthropods tend to evolve into that shape. Even things that aren't crabs eventually evolve into crabs. Because crabs are walking perfection. even if they're weird and walk sideways. Nothing like the Dark Souls brand, fighting one thing and turning around to get hit from something behind. That wasn't there before. Yeah, all the enemies love to lay traps for you. Especially with the gargoyle dungeon we were in at the very beginning. For the most part, I'm just wandering around to see if we can find any interesting discoveries, but it looks like there's just a lot of camps here and there. Ooh, now what do we got up here? Starlight shards. Get back down there. Back down, I say. Alright, let's meet with your little buddy. Goodness, they're everyone. Everywhere. Reject catbox. Become crab. Right. We'll have to dodge those as we get close. Or we explicitly don't have a way to directly jump over there. On foot, it seems. Let's go for a... roll. And speaking of roll, a scroll it looks like. Used to gradually recover FP. And I'm not gonna look for the other things since we do have to get out of here. While we're being sniped. And now that that's done with, we only have one more guy we need to worry about. Hey, buddy. Behold, revenge, after being sniped for so long. Now, this over here looks interesting, but also simultaneously dangerous. And apparently, across on the other side of a cave. Okay, good. I did hear that your horse just basically doesn't have fall damage in this game. So what do we have at the other end of all the centipedes? Forlorn Hound Evergal. Praise the stars. Try rolling. Well, might as well see what's going on. Ah, this looks like it would be an arena fight of some sort. Ah, it's a boss fight. One that, of course, we were drastically unprepared for, but I'm going to guess we might actually have to just dive back in there then. Hopefully that's not a fight that we'd be stuck at. Revive at that little statue that was right in front of us. Now, when I play Souls games, I basically always have to play something that uses some sort of casting. So either way, it's basically a 50-50 split between an intelligence build or a faith build, historically. In this case, though, to keep up with our depiction of being a sorcerer, the closest equivalent to a medieval scientist, a scholar of the arcane studies, it will definitely be something with an intelligence focus. But depending on what this game allows me to get away with, I'd like to do sort of a battle mage kind of thing, where I run around with heavy armor but just have intelligence scaling and spellcasting. Not a frail spellcaster, but a bulky and slow one. Alright, let's grab these and get a couple of better pieces of equipment. All the way out here. Oh, not a beacon. So ideally, assuming this game has a Moonlight Greatsword or an equivalent to it, new items can be purchased. Excellent. It'll generally be a heavy armor Moonlight Greatsword build, assuming such a weapon exists in this game. Which, it's a FromSoft game, so probably. Either that or any sort of good late-game intelligence scaling weapon. Attributes required: more strength, some better equipment here, ballot summons various spirits from ashen items. Looks like most of the other things we have here can't be used. Not without 10 strength, so we will need that as a minimum. I do see a 100% physical damage reduction here. Does it have... and it has parry. So I will definitely want that for whenever we can use it properly. Which will require... only 2 more levels. So that shouldn't be very difficult at all. Right, we can't fight while we're in here. Let's see, do we have any other folks we might talk to? You're new. Straight out of Lord of the Rings.
Remember the last time a new Tarnished made their way to the Round Table? Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
And that's all he had to say. We have a short sword. We can probably pick up a long sword pretty soon. It does seem like it's going to be a little weird for us to gather a couple of extra runes for some better level ups, since we do have our stats split across different types. Let's continue looking over here to the east. After all, I'd be interested in finding a couple of fun battles more than anything else. It probably would be good for us to just sit back and go ahead, grind, fight whatever encounters we come across. I need to test this without the game booster, but Kyle, it does seem like your suggestion actually made this a very viable option. Ah yes, the spontaneous strikes, which means, once again, we were running off in the wrong direction. Or, actually, we can jump up the gale here and try to proceed off to the bridge in this direction. Oh, unless that's just the... No, there is a smaller one before, so there might be one slightly ahead here. it does look like there's a space for us to proceed. Ah, this is the place you were talking about, or were you talking about the, You know what, let's go ahead and actually smash one of those trolls using your advice. Though I'm much more keen right now on exploration rather than grinding. That is a big dog. Not much damage we'll be doing like that. And we cannot check our map while in combat, so go ahead and we will see if we can proceed back up to the Storm Hills. Ah, here we are again at this place. Let's go ahead and fight one of the trolls down here. A fully charged attack to the leg, you say? Ooh, nice block. Go ahead, get a little bit of healing. Do note, friendly fire is apparently on. Yeah, he just had another friend right around here. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird start of picking a sorcerer build and then just trying to mostly spend our time doing melee attacks. It might have been better to hold off on the intelligence part of the build until we had a more reliable way to give ourselves more chances for sorceries. In fact, speaking of, let's actually make that change now. Since sorceries would be a much more reliable way for us to do damage. I don't think we got anything that made them stronger. Yeah, we are doing basically very little damage to a lot of these folks. So as much as Zero wants to insult me for being a coward, I'm trying much harder than he ever was. And he can fight me on that. I think there was a boss that spawned if we were up there, so let's return around here. And see if we can fight one of these guys more isolated from the rest. This guy looks like it'll be a while before he has a friend to assist him. Ah, the delay. Ever so slight. You're attacking the livestock, good sir. Awfully irresponsible. Yeah, that definitely would have worked a lot better with more strength. Of course, there's the stomp. Oh, that one comes with an earthquake. Free with every purchase. Ah, he tried to go for the tripsies. Unfortunately, we're far better than that. 2 fully charged heavy attacks in a row. So I guess that might be a poise disruptor then. Try horseback battle. Not a bad idea. But that's not what I played this game for. Ah, okay, so that is a poise breaker. I didn't think he'd be down for that long. I feel like that might only happen the first time. I was expecting another stomp, so that's what I was looking out for. Attack the head, yeah. I was thinking he was actually going to get up a bit quicker, though, which is why I kept attacking him towards the back. But yeah, that would be the poise break, and then you do the riposte against them. Hop back on here, and, you know, trial and error. Oh, we're down here at the bottom. It's kind of funny, the lightning strikes only happen when we're getting close. Knowing how loud lightning strikes are in real life, you'd expect us to be hearing thunder anywhere in the area. But not very often. Okay, so he can just home in on the horse like that. Oh, is that a message? Or an item? Yeah, and the other troll's coming up behind us. I'll let you guys have your dance party here, out by your lonesome. And we missed the dragon shout, too. You know, actually, Kyle, if this is working, I will return to testing Skyrim, and that will be another game I'd love to stream. And I think it would actually be one of my better games to stream, as it's something I know inside and out, and I'd be playing it alongside proper mods to make it interesting, as vanilla Skyrim is just incredibly boring. I have ways to actually make it fun and worth a watch. Though in preparation, I'd need to reach out to the community for that game a bit first. Golden Seed, I wonder what that does. Aha! Flying wolves. Second only to flying pigs and their absurdity. This just sends us back to where we were before. I guess at the very least we could get in a level up or two. Right, that's not a spot. Doug Dude. It sounds like it should be familiar. Unfortunately, it is not. Right, we wanted to look back up here. Doug. Oh yeah, I've heard the name. I don't think I've watched his content anytime recently. Oh, so the golden seeds are for the flasks. All right. There we go. There we go. And we did have a sacred tier. You know, I think that works just fine. We can get by with 2 of those. We get 1 point into strength, and we should get another one very soon. We have quite a bit of dexterity, too. We could actually probably get a specific art, which could really up our damage. So tell me about this Doug. Wrong button. What compelled you to bring him up? Oh, wait. This is the guy... Yeah, this is the guy who, has his, like, his microphone plugged in. And if people get him to say something on stream, then something happens in-game. Yeah. I've seen his videos. In fact, I have thought about doing something similar to that. But with a touch of originality, as I don't want to directly copy his entire format. Yeah, I love the, if I say bear, then 5 bears spawn and all that stuff. That'd be an excellent way to drive engagement. You know, we could do that if we were doing Skyrim. I do believe he has the source code included with a lot of his stuff. Steal that. Guilty Gear. Sounded like he was atop the cliff here. Ah, here we go.
Oh, my stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
I summon Pot of Greed. And draw 2 cards from my deck.
Don't stop now, friend. Just put those doubts to rest. I'll give it your all,
Alright, keep drawing cards. Draw. Monster Cardo. Draw. Monster Cardo. Huzzah! We have freed our Pot of Greed. Now, give me those cards.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
You know, I didn't even see what that did when you picked up the first. Temporarily boost physical attack. Nothing too remarkable, but a nice fellow. And this is something I would prefer not to get close to. Okay. What a grotesque husk. With quite the weakness to magic, I must add. What do you got for me? Land octopus ovary. Okay. So he just made sure they'd never have kids. Yeah, I thought we would have needed a heavy weapon. Turns out we did just need to smack him more than once. Build will probably converge on something with a decent amount of bulk heavy armor, but with intelligence for my offensive stat. Those guys aren't offering us very much. What do we got? What's this? A rather luminous skull, but nothing to be done with it. Please tell me this is a friendly turtle. Ah, seems not. These folks, I swear. And this guy is out here all alone. Ah, not close. You know, I'd love to do something like that for GG, but I don't know how I could program something like... Maybe I could have like a macro program set up. So if I say something like Behemoth Typhoon, then it automatically selects one of 8 Behemoth Typhoons to perform. And it just does the macro right then and there. Stompies. Yep. I'm out of here. Choosing a build early because it's really hard to level up later on. Yeah, it's gonna be mostly intelligence focus. You can guarantee that. But without my anticipations of what exactly I am going to level up, or the stat requirements of certain weapons I want to use. Like, I don't know what stats I need to build for a Moonlight Greatsword. Which would be what we end up doing, assuming that weapon is in here as it is in other Souls games. Perhaps there's grace further down the road. We kind of need it. Check for fall damage. Aha! They lied to me. I was told there's none of the sort. Well, we know where the next grace is. Thank you, Elden Ring. Thank you. You are ever so kind to me. See, if I had a fighting game with more open source code, I could probably do something like that. Break his kneecaps before he pulls out the sword. Got it. I will learn the attack patterns in time. Wait, we'd need to be up there at the top of that cliff if I wanted to get my runes back. Right? So a brisk walk up this cliff. And open this up. Guess it's mostly a bit of grinding right now, I'm not sure. We do have a lot of exploration we can get through with. Could also do other things, like if I say, standing low, it automatically does Gold Lewis's 5k. Awfully quick on the draw there. Wait, the horse has a double jump? Kinda looks like old Onion, bro. Merchant ahead and then try right. In short, try holy, okay.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again. Ah, a tarnished are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and
You have a very weird set of armor.
my warning. The village here has been touched by death, and worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further.
Is this a friend of yours?
The village here has been turned back.
Area still seems to be blocked off. We don't have much in the way of discoveries to make. Maybe we can turn back around once we find one more grace further down the road. Well, speak of the devil, there it is. Well, I'd like to avoid trying to go into too high level of places since our sword swings already do so little damage. For the most part, I think it would be good to get in a couple of level ups and see if we have more equipment we can purchase. Then maybe give that boss another try, since we did get far enough before. Now that we have a better flask and another charge, we could probably make really good use of it. One point in strength to at least be able to use that shield. Ooh, gorgeous. Good night to you, James. Adios, amigos. Okay, that's a good one. I haven't heard that before. Sleep well, James. Godric. I can't remember his name. Ah, too short to purchase. It would be, the guy at the castle here, at the beginning. Awfully furry, fellow. Alright, let's give this another couple swings. Please do assist us, Roger, and we will proceed. No, this guy. Because we were looking at him earlier. It does feel like we are doing a little bit more damage. Get the stab in on him. Right, that's the big swing. A little hard to read at the front. Set him up. He has an awful lot of things he can do. It's remarkable. Perhaps I should have dodged. I didn't know that he'd track that well. Alright, yeah, it does look like he is in a very defeatable range. We just need to be able to focus a bit. Is Godric the first boss? I've seen people fighting some little, dog statue looking thing. With these awfully rough, slow swing animations, and I've heard a lot of people say, oh yeah, this is just supposed to be the first boss. Man must be a practitioner of levitation magic if he can float in the air that long. Go to the first church at night. Perhaps it would be better to focus. I'm not sure. This kind of feels like more of a passive vibe game than something I'd play with a purpose. Like, this is just something I, turn on and play for 6 hours and then stream it. Feels like I should be doing something specific, so I'm not sure what we should be doing yet. It might actually be better if... I think it would be better if I had a bit of a better perspective on just what we're supposed to be doing. So maybe I will give this a bit of a play off-stream. And then once I have a good idea on a proper direction, maybe come back with a renewed ability and knowledge of what the heck I'm supposed to be doing here. It has been about 3 hours, and it is getting late on a Saturday night. This is usually around the time a number of my friends would gather, so I think it might be responsible just to go ahead and put a pause on this for now. I wasn't expecting this to work as well as it did. So, a huge thanks to Kyle for your suggestion. of the game booster, which is definitely giving me a lot more frames than it did previously. On that note, that does open a lot more possibilities for other games in the future. I will be sticking with Elden Ring then. Expect to see this sometime on the streaming list next week, as well as more Guilty Gear. Yeah, I just want to have a bit of a better perspective because as it stands right now, I'm at a little bit of a loss for what I should be doing yet, and I feel like a lot of my streams function better if I have a sense of purpose or know what to be talking about. Here, while I am making my discoveries, I might just be taking them in, but don't know what immediately to do with them. It gives me a lot less to commentate on, so let me get a bit of a better feel, and we will return to this next week. Expect another dense streaming week, and quite possibly, I might even play on Sunday. Next Sunday. I plan on taking tomorrow as a very good day to rest. We also will be having a collaboration with Dr. Cave once again, where we will be resuming our Halo 2 campaign, so count on that. It's liable to be happening on Tuesday. Other than that, though, this has definitely been a very wonderful week, and I thank you all very warmly for your attendance. Yeah, I'll get a better feel, Siphon, and once I think I know more of what I'm doing, then we can definitely pick up the pace. But as it stands right now, it's a little bit of a slow beginning, while I don't yet know what exactly I'm supposed to be doing. But, Kyle, Siphon, thank you very much, and a good night to both of you. And to everyone else who decided to join us this evening. There's going to be a lot more, and I want to stream more for all of you, so I might just make more time in my schedule. Once I get more comfortable with doing this stuff for a longer period of time. Really, the primary thing holding me back is talking for so long. But I'll get better over time, and slowly, we'll end up having more numerous or longer streams. Good night, everyone, and thank you for your attendance again.